Welcome to the Western Confernce Semifinals and a possible closeout Game 5. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves facing Seattle. Taking a look at Seattle. Well, there is a buzz, guys, in this building right now as they hold a 3-1 game advantage in the series. They want nothing more than to deliver the big win to a very deserving crowd.
We're really in an excellent position here to close this thing out tonight. A 3-1 series lead at home, and these fans are definitely pumped up. This is where they expect it to be, and they've put themselves in a position. Let's see if they can finish the deal.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Favors is out there with Towns, and it's Young in at the 1 spot. Clock at 2. Here's Butler, and it's Seattle with the rebound. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Anderson in the post, covered by Wiggins. Here's Rozier, off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Butler against Richardson, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
This, to me, is how Butler hurts you. The athleticism, the strength, the body control, draws the whistle, still finishes the play.
Minnesota on D. They come off the loss on Friday.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, I thought too many hard shots. I don't know whether it was a question of strategy or if guys were just unwilling to work for something better.
Now, here's Butler. Pass to Young. Towns, the screen. And Young kicks to Towns. Shot from 12. Tries again. Here's Favors.
Boy, still not quite in rhythm. Just 1 for 4.
Here's Richardson. The kick out to Anderson. In the corner, it's Richardson. Here's Davis. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Now here's Favors. Shoots from 14, and the shot falls short this time.
Well, they're simply having trouble getting their legs underneath them, right? They're just 1 for 5 to start things off.
Young against Richardson. Left side, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson kicks to Davis. Here's Anabogu, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able.
Young outside. Passes it to Butler. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, this is where Butler loves to get to work. Just challenges the heart of this defense.
Now here is Davis. Kicks it out to Richardson. To the left wing. Anderson passes to Rozier. No good from outside. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Butler. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Butler's got 7 points in the game. Rozier kicks to Richardson. Pass to Anabogu. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Richardson. That one, no good. Great D that time from Favors. Butler against Richardson. Outside Butler. Down low. Here's Towns. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
I'd say that's good defense, just better offense, and not many people can match up with Karl Anthony Towns.
Richardson dishes to Davis. Anderson against Wiggins. Anderson passes to Davis. Richardson kicks to Davis. And the rejection by Towns. Richardson, no luck.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take. Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
Now the dish to Anderson. He kicks it to Davis. Shoots over Towns. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Minnesota leading by 3. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
Boy, with that much space around him, maybe he's better off attacking the basket than settling for the jumper.
Anderson against Wiggins. Anderson inside. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Richardson the pass to Rozier. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Shots good from Butler. Here's Rozier.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Richardson against Butler. Anderson dishes to Davis. Will it go? And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he can't get the first one. Big group substitution here for Seattle. Giles checked in for Anabogu. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Anderson. Powell, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Rozier. And then for Minnesota, Monroe's checked in for Favors. Will Barton comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Farrell subbed in for Young. Monroe, no good. Now here's Davis. To the wing on the left. McConnell kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to McConnell. Davis sets a screen. Off the screen. No good that time. Good work defensively by Monroe. To the inside. And stolen by McConnell. Here's Finney-Smith. Defended by Butler. Dishes it to Powell. Davis sets a screen. Powell the pass to Davis. Good work defensively by Monroe.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
And it's Towns penetrating. Comes up empty down low.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
And stolen by Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, gentlemen, you know the expression, go big or go home. Jimmy Butler attacking with ferocity.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
He said what they need to do to stay alive in this series is simple. He says it comes down to team ball and not hero ball. Getting everyone involved is the only way where we get to where we need to go. Kevin, they have been struggling and they're on the road tonight. It's an immense challenge they face. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Now McConnell, following Will Barton's three-point attempt. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Screen by Monroe. .116 left here in the opening quarter. Barton kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Farrell for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Seattle trails by 7. The pass to Finney-Smith. Powell kicks to McConnell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to McConnell. Over to the wing. Pass to Giles. Here's Finney-Smith. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Farrell. He's covered by McConnell. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Monroe. Here's Barton. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Barton's got his first bucket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Powell kicks it to Looney. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
For Seattle, they have not yet made a free throw in the game. 0 of 2 so far. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Here's Barton. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action after this word. And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one? Minnesota leading by 7. They've got Norman Powell. TJ McConnell is out there with Reed. And it's Giles in at the center position. They're the group for Seattle starting the second.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. McConnell kicks it to Looney. Here's Giles. Barton with the rebound.
And you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
He dishes it to Casper. Back to Barton. Here's Farrell. 5 on the clock. Jumper off the screen. He's off on that one. Seattle trails by 10. McConnell passes to Powell. McConnell kicks it to Looney. Over to the left wing. Here's Reed, and the dunk by Reed.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
And the layup is good. Barton's got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Giles. Inside. From 8. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Passes it to Farrell. He feeds it to Barton. Screen by Monroe. Back to Farrell. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one. Seattle goes the other way with it. Here's Looney. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Taylor against Reed. And there's the pass to Looney. And here's McConnell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Seattle shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Some changes for Seattle. Anabogu's checked in for Looney. Justin Anderson comes in for Norman Powell. And Terry Rozier subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And then for Minnesota, Derek Favors checked in for Monroe. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Barton. Young is subbed in for Farrell. Young against Reed. And Young kicks to Taylor. From beyond the arc, they grab their own miss.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
Rozier kicks to Anderson. Here's Giles. And that one is good. Giles has got 5 points so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
There's a screen. And Young kicks to Wiggins. Favors with the screen. Off the screen. Hangs in the air. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Deyonta Davis is checked in for Giles. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Towns is checked in. Reed the pass to Rozier. Davis sets a screen. Rozier kicks to Davis. Seattle shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Davis. And Seattle making a change here. Richardson's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Here's Young. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 3rd assist on the night. And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Richardson against Young. Rebounded by Anabogu. Anabogu's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Out left to the wing. The kick out to Anderson. Richardson against Young. Here's the screen. Pass to Rozier. Anderson wide open. Offline with his 3.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Taylor kicks to Towns. Now the feed to Wiggins. Now the dish to Taylor. It's good from long range. Taylor's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Richardson with it. Feeds it to Davis. And the rejection by Towns. Outside, Taylor. Out left to the wing. Davis against Towns. Here's Favors. And Towns, the bucket on the assist from Favors. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Richardson dishes to Anderson. Here's Rozier. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
He kicks to Richardson. To the paint, pass to Rozier. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. And Anderson kicks to Davis. Great D that time from Favors.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Davis sets a screen. Richardson kicks to Anderson. Dishes to Davis. Shot to stop the run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Towns. For Seattle, they have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Seattle. Minnesota also with the sub. Butler's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 13. Young outside, kicks to Towns. Back to Young. He dishes it to Favors. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. So it's the Timberwolves now. Towns kicks to Young. Towns, the screen. Passes it to Wiggins. Right wing. And the officials call a traveling violation. Seattle calls timeout. Seattle trails by 13. Rozier kicks to Finney-Smith. Davis, the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Rozier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself. He converted in a big way.
And Favors kicks to Young. Shot clock at 6. Releases. Towns, no luck. And it's Seattle with the ball. They trail by 11. Finney-Smith passes to Rozier. The feed to Richardson. There's a good screen. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Anabogu. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. 1:21 left to play here in the second quarter. And Young kicks to Butler. Over Richardson. And it's Butler missing. And here's Seattle. 11-point game. Pass to Rozier. The dish now to Richardson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Towns. Caspi comes in for Derek Favors. Will Barton, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Young. Ferrell passes to Butler. Over Richardson. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Seattle trails by 9. Down low. Here's McConnell. And the layup's good off the glass.
That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
16 seconds left here in the second. Screen by Monroe. Here's Ferrell. Barton outside. over Richardson. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. 6 points for Will Barton.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
And so it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We hope you're... For the Timberwolves, it's been a tough series for them so far, trailing 3-1, but they've clearly still got some fight left in them. First half of Game 5, they are playing very well, and they're out to prove they can stick around for at least another game. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance.
That's it for now as the second half just about...
We welcome you back here to the coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. We are seeing... And here's Young. So on the floor for Minnesota. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Craig Monroe is out there with Favors, and it's Young in at the point guard. Seattle trails by 9. Anderson right side. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Young. He kicks it to Monroe. 6 to shoot. Pass to Favors. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Favors got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Timberwolves. Feeds it to Richardson. They set the pick. Anderson outside. Davis kicks to Anderson. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Anabogu, and he dunks it down.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Screen by Monroe. Monroe with a screen on Richardson. Here's Butler. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Rozier. Here's Anabogu to the left side wing. Davis kicks to Richardson. And the pass to Anabogu. And the rejection by Monroe. Butler on the wing. Richardson covering. Butler dishes to Monroe. Seattle grabs the miss. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Not how they hope to start this second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
Anderson passes to Richardson. Here's Rozier, defended by Young. 5 to shoot. And it's Rozier missing.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Wiggins kicks to Young. Back to Wiggins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Norman Powell's checked in for Richardson. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Powell down low. Defended by Butler. Here's Anabogu. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Young outside. Towns kicks to Young. Here's Anderson. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's the screen. Outside Favors. And Young kicks to Wiggins. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins over Anderson. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Though being assertive, Wiggins right now calling his own number off the pick and roll action.
Rozier kicks to Davis. Dishes it to Powell. Davis sets a screen. Goes back up. A rebound by the Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Butler dishes to Towns. Second shot opportunity, and Davis sends it back. Powell, the pass to Rozier. The kick out to Anderson. He dishes it to Davis. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Butler. Kicks it to Young. Towns dishes to Wiggins. To the middle. A steal. Now here's Powell. Defended by Butler. Davis kicks to Anderson. Pass to Anabogu. Back to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. The feed now to Davis. The dish to Powell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jimmy Butler. For Seattle, they have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12. He's off on the first.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them. And today, that concern has been front and center.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Giles checked in for Davis. Reed comes in for Anderson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Terry Rozier. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Taylor's checked in for Young. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 13.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Seattle calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Anabogu passes to Powell. Reed against Butler. Pass to Giles. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 7 points in the game.
Boy, nice feed. Leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
Here's Favors.
Oh, you love to see Favors get high for the slam. What an impressive vertical with that size.
McConnell passes to Anabogu. He kicks it to Reed. Here's Powell. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Towns, the screen. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Wiggins. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Now Powell passes it to McConnell. Here's Giles. Feeds to Reed. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
Taylor kicks to Butler. And they call an illegal screen here.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Looney's checked in for Seattle. Timberwolves also changing it up. Caspi, he's checked in for Favors. Martin comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Taylor. They set the pick. about that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Reed.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Farrell kicks to Towns. Puts it up from 12. It doesn't go for him.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Now, here is Reed. He's got 6. And the dunk by Reed.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
Here's Caspi. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
The pass to Looney. Barton with some nice D.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Butler. Here's Towns. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
A second chance bucket, right? You have to put a body on Towns or he'll devastate you.
A different look for Seattle. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Norman Powell, and Josh Richardson subbed in for Reed. Minnesota also with the sub. Monroe's checked in. 1:06 left to play in the third. Now, here's McConnell. Defense is right there. Looney. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's slammed in by Monroe.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Out to the wing. Here's Giles. Covered by Monroe. Pass to McConnell. Rebound by Monroe.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Farrell passes to Caspi. Lets it go from 14. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Farrell, that's a 2-pointer. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play getting started. Seattle trails by 9. They've got T.J. McConnell. Looney out there with Giles. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. To the paint. Layup off the pick. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Farrell kicks to Barton. Towns with it. Another miss by Towns.
I tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Offensive rebound. Pass to McConnell. There's a screen. Tries again. And the rejection by Monroe. Dishes to Barton over Richardson. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to McConnell to the right side. Taken away. Here's Farrell. He's covered by McConnell. Farrell gets the bucket.
Just not much you can do when he gets the ball that close to the bucket. It's lights out.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Kicks it out to Richardson. McConnell in the corner for the 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Farrell passes to Monroe. Barton dishes to Towns. 6 to shoot, and Caspi kicks to Farrell. Off on the layup. Seattle trails by 9. Here's Finney-Smith, and there it is for him.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
Some changes for Minnesota. Derek Favors checked in for Monroe. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Caspi. Young is subbed in for Farrell. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Even though they're ahead, he said, these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle, guys.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Young kicks to Towns. And no good. Great tee that time from Davis. Seattle trails by 5. Now the pass to Rozier. Wiggins against Anderson. Pass to Anabogu. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Towns, the screen. Young passes to Towns. Pulls up on the wing. And the basket is good.
That's a beautiful in-between game. Towns just so pure on that shot.
Kicks to Richardson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Will Barton. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Young kicks to Towns. He dishes it to Wiggins. Towns against Davis. And it's Towns penetrating, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
It's Richardson on the wing. Barton defending. Anderson kicks to Rozier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And the first one drops.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Butler's checked in. Here's Towns. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Anabogu. Rozier the pass to Richardson. Outside, Davis. Here's Rozier, defended by Young. Shot clock at 3. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
The dish to Wiggins over Anderson. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Davis drives in. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And that one misses.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Timberwolves leading by 5. And here's Young. Screen by Young. Anderson against Wiggins. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. Al Richardson. Pass to Rozier. Anderson outside. Davis against Favors. 4 on the clock. And that one, good.
Now, Kevin, that's about the length and determination of Justin Anderson. It really makes him a handful to cover in the painted area.
And Young kicks to Towns. Over Davis. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, he's a guy that can adapt and adjust to any defense he's up against. It's really something to watch.
There's a good screen. Richardson kicks to Anderson. Davis sets a screen. Here's Rozier. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's good from Rozier. Good on both. Timberwolves leading by 3. And Young kicks to Favors. Outside Butler. The feed now to Towns. Over Davis. And that one hits back iron.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Rozier the pass to Anabogu. Rozier kicks to Anderson. Passes to Rozier. Clock at 6. Here's Davis. He sinks the 11-footer.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
Young dishes to Towns. Back to Young. Towns sets the pick for Young. Shot off the screen, and he gets the jumper to drop. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Anderson passes to Davis. Here's Anabogu, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Towns, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Towns. Both shots good from the stripe. Now, here is Young. Screen by Monroe. Off the pick. Misses off the left iron.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
Butler kicks to Wiggins. The shot's good.
Well, plenty of energy left for key situations. The young Andrew Wiggins, determined.
Anderson outside. He kicks it to Davis. And there's the pass to Rozier. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
I mean, he's as close to automatic when he's up at that line, especially when the ball game's a close one.
Young dishes to Butler. Monroe with a screen on Richardson. Here's Wiggins. Rebounded by Anabogu. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
The kick out to Anderson. Pass to Anabogu. Sinks it.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan player of the game.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just throwing them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Favors passes to Young. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And stolen by Favors. Young outside. Stolen away. Here's Rozier. Sinks it. Big time bucket there.
And guys, you don't have to tell these fans how important that shot was.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're down by 3. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. "17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Monroe sets a screen for Young. Favors with the screen. Wiggins kicks to Monroe. Young for 3. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. Seattle calls timeout. Here's Rozier. Got it! You did it! He got it! What a shot! That's it. They've won the series and eliminate any chance of a comeback with a big-time win here in Game 5. And, Greg, it's on to the conference finals for them.
And if there was anybody doubting this team heading into round 2, this series should have erased any of those doubts. A convincing win for a team whose championship hopes are looking bigger and brighter.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.